So I'm just going to demonstrate on a practice head how I would directionally root the hair and in what order. So I would normally start from the side, on the sideburn, and work up to about here on the head, just before the top. And then I would gradually work around the back, following the back hairline, all the way round to the other side, where I would also bring it up to this point. I would then go in and fill the back up to Okay, so as you can see, overnight I've rooted this hair at the back. I've completely filled in this section here that I marked out with my pen, and you can see that the hair flows down very naturally and then tucks in behind the ear. And over this side the hair flows down, it's going over the ear at the front and into the ear at the back, and then this middle part here just comes down like so. So I'm going to continue to do a little bit more rooting. So I've got my lock of hair, and making sure just by feeling it that it's the wrong way. That way is nice and smooth, that way's a little bit more rough and some of the hair comes out, so I know that this end needs to go into the doll. Just before I continue, just to show you the shape of the hair, and it's going to just flow in this way. As you can see here, I've just started to change the direction slightly as I come around the ear, and that will just present a natural curve in the hairline which will eventually join to the swirl. And that is just a simple case of holding my rooting needle, and while I'm rooting, gently change the direction of the hair on the side so there's not a sharp bend. Okay, so here is Corbin so far. I've just smoothed his hair down with some water so that you can see the pattern. He's got his hair coming forward and just swooping over to the sides, and you'll see it just meets nicely with the hairline, and that was due to all the work we did earlier, moving the head round to bring that curve. So now I just have this little bit to fill in here, which I'm going to do when I do the little baby hairs at the front, just because it's easier, and I have this big part to fill in here. Now what I'm going to do with this part is the hair's going to come down the centre, and then it's going to swirl round and it's going to tuck in here, just in that part there, and then I want this part just to be filled in to bring that mop down so it comes down the back slightly. This hairline is going to be brought down more, so more this side. What I've decided to do is bring this side down a little bit more here, and then I'm going to take this up to here and stop about midway, and then this area here is where I'm going to be rooting all my very, very fine baby hairs, and this will blend lovely with the rest of the hair. And on this side, where this hairline, when I bring it forward and down and up there, this side I'm going to bring the tiny little baby hairs forward, and they're just going to spread across there, and then here I will bring the baby hairs down here, and they will slightly overlap the hair going this way. So I'll be having hairs just crossing slightly, and that will create a natural hairline. So I'm just going to trim Corbin's hair. I filled in this front part that was missing, and I've just made sure that I made the transition from one direction to the other, as I have before.
So I'm going to cut his hair. Now I always do this while the hair's dry, because unlike when you go to the hairdressers and they want the hair damp so that they can make sure it's all smoothed down and at the same length, I actually quite want Corbin's hair to be different lengths as I cut it, because it just adds to the wispy baby hair effect. Well, I've now finished all of the baby hairs on this side of Corbin's head. I've just dampened them down to hopefully make it a bit easier for you to see. I've added some hair across the front, just much more sparse. It still needs cutting at the moment, but that's it.
I have now rooted my swirl, and I've also brought the hairline forwards a little bit there with some just quite thinner hairs just there, and I just wanted to show you the overall shape and direction of all the different directional changes in this hair pattern.